From the CAL FIRE Information Center, I'm Daniel Berlant. Earlier this month, Governor Brown declared it National Preparedness Month here in California. And with last month's 6.0 magnitude earthquake in the Napa Valley, the recent flooding in parts of the Inland Empire down in Southern California, and of course this summer's wildfires across the state, California is prime natural disaster country. To discuss more on ways we can all be prepared, CAL FIRE's Lynn Tomachoff and Dennis Matheson join me with some of those tips. Lynn, let's start with you. One of the most important steps in getting prepared for any disaster is putting together an emergency supply kit. What items should you have in those kits?
Well, one of the very most important things you're going to need is water. You're going to need 1 gallon of water per person per day, and you want to make sure you've got a 3-day supply. Along with that, you're also going to need some food. Here we have a packaged meals ready to eat. You can buy from the store, or also get some non-perishable items such as a granola bar or sunflower seeds, beef jerky. If you have canned items in there, such as this can of tuna, make sure it has the easy opening top. If not, make sure you have a can opener in there. And also don't forget about your 4-legged family members. Cats and dogs, have a small supply of food for them also. Make sure you take care of everybody.
So you've covered water and food. What other types of items should be in there?
So some of the more important things you're also going to need, flashlights, very important to have, especially if something happens in the middle of the night and it's dark outside. First aid kit for any injuries, a radio, battery powered or a crank radio to listen to so you can hear what's going on. Garbage bags for sanitation, antibacterial hand wipes for your hands, keeping some cleanliness. Also a wrench if you need to turn off utilities, and maybe lighter or waterproof matches.
From speaking with residents in the Napa area after that earthquake, one thing that many of them mentioned was because it happened during the night hours, people had trouble getting to their flashlights and to their emergency supply kits.
Yeah, people like to store those kind of things kind of out of the way because it's not something you're going to use every day, hopefully. But you want to keep some of the items in your home readily available, especially at night. Keep a flashlight next to your bed and also a good pair of shoes maybe underneath your bed. If a disaster happens in the middle of the night, you have damage to your home, broken glass, that sort of thing. So you need something to protect your feet if you've got to walk around.
Yeah, great advice, Lynn. Now let's turn over to Dennis Matheson with some tips on preparing for evacuation from your home. Dennis?
Thanks, Daniel. Now, the most important thing to remember is that a disaster can happen at any time, so it's critical that you plan now and not later. Spend time and sit down with your family and develop an emergency plan. Get your communications plan ready. Designate a friend or family member from outside of the area just in case your family gets separated. Have an escape plan from your home and establish multiple escape routes and a meeting place outside your home. And remember, practice regularly, especially in homes with small children. Now, as Lynn mentioned earlier, we have to consider our pets. Make sure you have an evacuation plan for them as well. Now, don't forget, emergencies can happen at any time, so consider that list of items that you need to take in case you get evacuated because you may not have time later.
Dennis, any shortcuts that people can use to help remember what they should plan to take?
Yes, remember the 6 Ps: people and pets, papers and phone numbers, prescriptions, pictures, PC hard drives, and plastic such as credit cards and ATM cards.
Thanks, Dennis. For more information on emergency kits, evacuation planning, and other tips to prepare for disasters like wildfires, be sure to visit our website at readyforwildfire.org. We want to end today with a special tribute to the nearly 3,000 men and women killed in the terror attacks of September 11, 2001, including the 343 firefighters who gave their lives working to help others. It's been 13 years now, but we will never forget.